Hi everyone. So, can I have your attention for a minute? I know you'll be busy. You all are like busy people who are like running for your ambitions, goals, and you might be tensed with your past or your past hurt, but past memories, or you might be running for something like a house or like a woman or a relationship or a car, new something. You are always searching for something. Okay. Why you have to search? Why you are searching for all this? Because at the moment, in this present moment, you are not contented or happy or in peace with yourself. So you think like some kind of possession or some, if you get something in the future, you will be like happy and you will be like, oh, you want that sense of, you'll like when you buy a big house and you want to sit in the sofa and just like the big sofa and just feel like a relaxed state. But would you be happy or contented with that? Or have you ever asked this question? Like your mind will always be moving from one thing to another. Your mind, the process of desiring of the mind is a never-ending process. Just like going, if you get something, then the mind will say, "Don't stop, just go. Let's go to the other one." Then you get it. Then this, but that mind or that movement prevents you from seeing or being what you are. So you are searching or looking for peace or silence or happiness, right? But what happens is like when you are searching or seeking or going behind something or going for something to make you happy, you are moving away from your happiness. Your real nature, your very nature is always peaceful, silent, and a state of contentment. But what happens is like this the process of thinking or the mind always wants to find security in something. And in that very process, we are moving from our happiness. You are what you really are. You already is in your real being. Suppose like everybody has ego, right? You are every person you know like might have an image about themselves. Have you ever asked where this ego come from or what is this ego or how can you paint a picture without a paper or some kind of surface? So in order to have that ego, you might need to have a base or a surface in which that ego is be created, right? Have you ever asked if you just eliminate that ego or the self that you have created in your mind, what is left? Pure emptiness, pure silence. But what happens is like your identification with your ego self or the self that you have created with all your likes, with all your dislikes, with all your past memories, imaginations, ideas, and concepts. Just think every person is an idea. You are an idea, another person might be another idea. But this idea or the ego or the self that you have created with all the images, all the hurts, all the things, all the accumulated knowledge and everything, that person or the self that you have created is being created in your real self or in that base or that silence or emptiness. So what happens is like when you are logging into that system of yourself, you need to satisfy that self. That self will never get satisfied. It will always like complain about something. It will judge others. It will just reach to a conclusion. It will always search, seek all your life. But what I'm saying is, if you just understand the futility of the self that you have created, or just understand if your ego or the self is being created from nothing, from silence, from pure emptiness, then that ego is, or the self that you have created is nothing. Just understand this as a basic fact. Your ego is just your creation in your mind. And what happens is you are trying to project or trying to change the external world, external reality according to how you want it to be. But why can't you accept it as it is? If I'm sitting here, that's the only reality. I'm sitting here, you're standing there. The other things might be everything is in your head, in your mind, every ideas and concepts. So what I'm just asking is you to just sit for at least like 1 minute. Even if you can't sit for 1 minute, just sit for 1 second without any thoughts. First, understand this basic thing. You are not this mind. Because of your identification with this mind and this body is not you. This body is just like a divine vehicle which is being provided to you to experience everything. But we are being misusing the body in every way. We have been misusing the mind in every way. But first, understand this basic thing. You are not your mind. You are not your body. Because of your attachment to the body and the personal self or the self that you think you are, you have created in your mind. Because it's just like logging into a system of that self. If you log into that self, you need to satisfy it with the thoughts. So instead of that, just try to sit, relax, just be quiet. Just your mind will never be quiet. You'll always be thinking about something or something. Sometimes, or the best thing you can do is to do nothing. Your mind will say, "Oh, I always want to do something. I want to do this. I want to satisfy this person. I want to. My social media is there. I want to watch Instagram reels." Okay, go watch. But at least just spend like 1 second for yourself. You will never regret that second. Because if you sit 1 second without any thoughts, you already are in God. You are already are in peace. You are already in silence. You are already in everything that you want. So just relax. Just take a deep breath. Just take a deep breath. Just let the thoughts come. Let the thoughts come. Let it come. Because that thoughts is being created by you. This thoughts is not different from you. You and thoughts are the same. So let it come. Instead of identifying yourself or saying this thought is good or I am like this or I am like this or something. Just let it come. Let it come and just instead of giving energy to that thought, just watch that thought. Instead of saying that is me or oh, it is good or it is bad or without judging it, without reaching any idea or conclusion or something, then you understand the fact that this thought or the self that you have created is the past. You are past. Whatever you think, you are thinking of the past. Just take a moment, just sit and like look into this. Like whatever you think, whatever you might be thinking, or whatever you think about yourself, it's always in the past, all the ideas that you have created, all the concepts that you have created. So just relax, sit, watch your thoughts. You are already free. You are already silent. You are already in peace. But you think you need to achieve or happiness or peace or silence is something to be achieved. It's not. You are already free. Once you think you are not free, you are bound to something. So just sit now. Just you can do it any moment. Like it doesn't need to be done in future or 2 weeks or after 3 weeks or 3 months after. Your mind might postpone it because mind is afraid of losing its control over you. So it will say, oh, like we have enough time, we have a lot of life to live. Let's do it sometime after. No, just do it in this moment. The peace, the silence, the bliss, the happiness, everything is there with you in this moment. But you are like not giving attention or paying attention to that. You are giving your energy or attention to that thoughts, and the thoughts start multiplying, 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 multiplying. Just like a tree, like with lot of branches. So instead of like cutting all the branches, you have to cut the root, cut the root of that tree from the thought. From that very moment it arises, just sit unidentified with that thought, not giving energy to that thought, and see what happens. Just let me know, like, how you experience this, because you have been thinking that you living, but you are not living. Only a person who is awakened, or a person who removes the dream, removes himself from the dream life or all the projections of the mind and everything, and see reality as it is. See a beautiful sunset as it is, or a moon as it is, sun as it is, without saying it is beautiful, or without saying, oh, it's nice, or I don't like it, or I like it. That's your self is playing. So just sit, relax, see what happens. Thank you.